I'll start with Manning. You know, he's tops up there in the minor leagues in strikeouts. 3 good pitches. You know, the frame, the fresh arm. I don't think he even shaves yet. You know, he's definitely excited, you know, with what he's done every 5 days. Casey, you know, he started in Lakeland, came up. His stuff's electric. And Alex is the one that's made the largest strides, I believe, since last year. I had him last year in Lakeland, and his velocity's up. His stuff's a little sharper. And, you know, like I said the other day, he competes, man. He competes. He cheers his teammates on. And they're just, all 3 of them are a luxury to have, and they're fun to be around.
Oh, it's super fun. I mean, they're really good guys. We all know that they're great talent. They go out there, compete every day, not even the days that they're pitching. They always are trying to get better. I think it motivates all of us. It's nice that, you know, you have really good players that also were able, when I came in, to be really good teammates and friends. So it was just really nice for us all to come together, and we're slowly moving up together.
It's been incredible. I think we've had I think personally that we have the best rotation in the minor leagues. But yeah, watching Mize and Alex day in and day out, even Logan Shore, it's been huge for me just to watch them and how they go about their business, and you know, just trying to match each other.
Of course, a lot is made with Casey because when you're taken, you know, where you're taken,
yes.
And everybody says, when are we going to see him? What impresses you most about him and how he handles his business?
You know, he acts like he's older, like, you know, like he's been around, and he has that number 1, you know, actually the 1.1 on his back, and everywhere we go, it's like traveling with the Beatles. But, you know, he gets after it, and he handles himself like he's an older guy. His starts, you know, with the analytics, the TrackMan data, the Rapsodo data, he knows how to interpret it. He knows what to look for. And this kid gets it. And I've said this 100 times this year. He gets it, and he's going to be special. You know, I don't even pay attention to outfielders because they just do their thing. You know, I'm keen on the infielders, and every time the ball's hit in the air and we don't catch it, I'm like, hey, what happened there? No, it's hit off the wall. You can't catch that. So it's literally a turnkey outfield, you know, with Cam and left. Cam plays a really good left field. You know, Derek and Jose, you know, I can just let those guys do their thing.
Derek and Jose, if they were in a foot race.
Derek would destroy Jose.
Really?
Yes, he would destroy him. He would. Power, you know, his home run total's up. You know, I was just looking at some of his exit velos, and, you know, when we think of Derek Hill, we think of a lanky outfielder that can run and throw and play defense. But when he squares the ball up, you know, he hits it hard, real hard. So it's just like any other hitter. You know, the more at bats you accumulate, you start to figure stuff out. And you know, that bat tool is the hardest one to project, and it's usually the last one to develop. And that's, you know, we just keep him, you know, running him out there, getting at bats, and hopefully he learns day in and day out. It's great. Sometimes you would think it's maybe a college locker room or a high school locker room. The guys are pretty close. You know, some of these guys have moved up each level with each other. I've moved up with some of these guys since day one. I had Derek, you know, he got drafted, you know, he was an 18-year-old kid. He came up to Connecticut. I truly enjoy showing up and being around these guys. Wins, losses, throw those out the window. Being around and working with these guys, pitchers, position players more. A lot of camaraderie. There's a lot of friends on this team. You don't see that minor league baseball so much because it's a business, and there's a lot of friends that are on this team right now.
You have any jokesters in there? Any comedians?
Cam Gibson, hilarious, really, really funny guy.
Is he like a joke teller, or is he more like just...
He can impersonate anybody and everybody. There's a few Tiger officials that he can impersonate. I'm not going to say those names, but he's really, really funny guy to be around. They can smell the big leagues. You know, you get to Double-A, you know, you're a hamstring away. You know, that's what I've been telling these guys. So I would say the toughest part is motivation with, hey, stay after it, you know. And I know as a player I didn't want to hear, oh, you never know, you're so close. But it's the truth. And, you know, you just stay on these guys. You can't let them slip. You know, they're so close to achieving their dream. Motivating, staying after these guys. Some of these guys are older now. You know, they got kids, they're married, and you still got to stay on them because, you know, there is a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow in this game.
What's the number one sign you look for in a kid that lets you know he's ready to make that jump?
I guess the statistics will speak for themselves, but I personally like guys that you know, the high on base and they don't swing and miss that much, especially in the zone. You know, if they're chasing out of the zone, but if you're missing balls in the zone, we all know in big leagues those guys are really nasty. Their stuff's good, and if they throw it in the zone in the box, you got to be able to barrel it up. You know, as far as a pitcher, you know, he's got to be able to command at least 2 of his pitches. You know, at least 2. He's got to be able to pitch on back-to-back days if he's a reliever. You know, there's a lot of different things. It depends what they're looking for in the big leagues. But you know, it's all what position you're in and what Detroit needs. To be honest with you.
Tigers obviously in the middle of a rebuild, and of course we'll get to September call-ups and all that at some point. But do you anticipate that you might have some guys from here that might put on the Old English D this year?
Right now I don't know. You know, so far this year, personally, Mark Johnson, our pitch coach, myself, we had the opportunity to tell Soto he was going to the big leagues. That was our first player, and that was pretty cool. You know, we'll always remember that. And it was really cool to see Gregory, and you know, his life changes. You know, and I hope so. I hope I get to send up everybody. But you know, we'll see. You know, rosters expand in September, and you know, hopefully I can send up everybody.